So I decided I needed some room, so I'm going to scrap out this temperature control unit, cooling unit I guess, or possibly a heating unit as well. Yeah, I should actually check to see what kind of value it has beforehand, which I'll do in a moment, and get back to you. So checking on this unit, it is technically for a truck, for a cooling unit for a truck or insulated van, whatever. So it doesn't seem to have tons of resale value, in my opinion, and it was found at the local Walmart, which is the local dump. So I'm going to assume there's something else majorly wrong with it, so it doesn't have any value beyond scrap. So I'm going to scrap it out for you. I'm going to get a video out of it for you. So here we go. I've prepped ahead of time, got the right bits and everything, so we're going to go to it and just start taking her apart. I'm using an 18-volt Mastercraft, if that makes any difference to you. So remove that, and looks like I need to get another bit to do these two. So give me a second. Here we go. Get the rest of the bolts off of here. Rather than doing it by hand, much easier with the drill. Should I save those or scrap them? Throw them in the bin. Flip it over. Get the other ones. They're already starting to fall apart here. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. And we'll continue on this side. Should have taken out the bolts while I had that bit on, but bad news. Sounds like the drill's dying. Hopefully it'll get the rest of these. Won't have to. I don't leave my battery on charging because I hear way too much of fires being started by the battery chargers. So, and they tend to die for some reason. But okay. Get these out of here. And of course it's dying. That's sad. Oh well, okay. So all the screws and stuff are out. So, as it turns out, the only pair of gloves I had, or rather the only left-handed one I had, has a hole in it, but I guess we'll have to use it. But handling this aluminum, it's probably a good idea to have a glove handy. and it needs to be knocked out of place here. Actually it has 2 more screws which we're not going to be able to get at until we take the motors out. So let's do that. Let's get at those motors, or the motor with the fan there. Okay, we got some wire, not much of it, and got a little bit of no copper in that. We do have some wire in the spaghetti tubing there. So what else do we have? Just the motor and a bit of copper on the thermostat, and we have a radiator as well. So anyway, what we're going to do is get this piece out of our way by doing some snipping. Let's get to it. Okay, what shall we do here? Don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Nope. I guess we're going to have to take the hose off. Let's see if this will come off with some ease or not. Oh, looks like it's going to be difficult, of course. It's loose. Well, okay, time for a razor knife. Luckily I have several that I dug up. I'm going to leave some room. Bending it over there increases the tension on the hose, so it will cut a little easier like that. And let's get this piece off of here. I don't know whether I might be able to salvage that, but we'll leave a little bit of room on that. Well, there should be some copper in there, I think. But we'll find out. Okay. So, got some irony aluminum, trash. What else do we got? Well, I guess we'll just get the aluminum clean quickly. Aluminum's clean right there. So we have some iron on each end. Let's take that off and then give us some clean aluminum. Okay, clean aluminum. Sheet aluminum would go outside in the pile. And what do we got for this part here? Okay, and looks like we can take it apart. We'll do a separate video on scrapping that out. How's that? Make it easier. Okay, we've got to take these off anyway. I should note, I'm filming this on my phone and I only have about 8 minutes at a time. and then the memory maxes out. So we'll just keep doing 8 minutes at a time, I guess. So here we go. And of course I forgot my gloves. Not a good thing. Okay, that one will leave. Oh, of course this one's rotten, so it's going to come off on its own. The trash. Because you're going to have to clean it off anyway to get your clean copper. And might as well take it off as soon as you can. But that one doesn't want to come off, so. Okay, just going to leave the leads on here and might test the motor and see if it works, see if the fans work. This on it. Separate. If not, we'll end up strapping it. We got wire. And spaghetti tubing. Now, this is handy stuff to have if you're doing your wiring. So that'll get kept. Back there for the moment, and we've got some good thick wire, multi-strand though. Then we'll go in a bin. Got some good weight there. Might be good stripping wire, who knows. But there. Soon we'll be able to see inside. But first, let's take the thermostat off and see what we've got inside. To take the thermostat off, you've got to take the cover off anyway. Here we go. Junk tin. 2 screws holding it on, of course. Not much in the thermostat. I assume there's no mercury in this one. It's new enough that there's nothing. So, there's a good little coil of copper there. So we're going to trim that off right at the source. Right there. And it goes down there. Don't know if you can see that, but a little hard being the videographer and the scrapper at the same time sometimes. This copper off of there. And there's probably some pellets in this piece here. But it is copper, and my yard will take it just as it is for copper because it seems to be light enough that they're not too concerned, apparently. And just clean it off while we're here so I can throw it directly into the copper bin. Could be a good idea to have some eye protection on as well, when you're snipping stuff and such. But anyway, there's a good bit of copper there. Good coil of it there. Good chunk. Okay, and that'll go in my little copper bin, which I've got just beneath my feet back here. Okay, we'll scrap this out later in another video. Now, I've got a motor that has to be removed. And it's got 4 screws that seem to be holding it in. And they're not easy to get at because it looks like this panel here was put on after the motor panel, or after the motor was put in. So either we drill out the rivets to get at the 2 screws, or we smash the housing. Well, before we smash the housing, I'm going to see if I can access see if the screwdriver will fit. Nope. Looks like we're going to have to take the housing apart or smash the housing. Fun. Well, why don't we do this first? I'm going to take the front off and get access to the internals, and then maybe what we can do is punch the screws in from the opposite side. We'll see if that's possible first. But at the same time, we'll be scrapping out the radiator portion of it. Oh, looks like we hit another snag. There is a screw right underneath the motor. So, looks like we'll have to manhandle this thing. Great. Okay. We have one screw that's attached. With only one, looks like we can get it. The inside's pretty easy, right there. And because we took all the... Okay, now as I was saying, we can take the radiator out, and back with my gloves with the right hand one with a hole in it. I have tons of left-handed gloves, very few right-handed for some reason. Anyway, so the pad should pull right out. Theoretically, it should pull right out. take the goop off it. There we go. So it basically pulls right off. I'll do a little bit of cleaning here and get this off. And we'll snip the copper pipe as close as we can to the edge, and then we'll get copper aluminum rad for that. If you can hear me, I was saying copper aluminum rad price. We might be able to just bend, yeah, we might be able to just bend this off. There we go. So, basically got clean copper after you take this off, and we'll cut some of this off. But we'll see if we can get this one off the same way. A little bit of leverage. There we go. There. So now we have copper aluminum rad, basically clean. They'll take it like that. And we'll clean the copper off. Let's see. We'll do here. Razor knife here, and cut the hose open. Looks like we have to go a little further. With the hose clamp. Looks like this one goes all the way up. There we go. So she should peel off somewhat. There we go. A little bit of hose left on. Clean copper. Right there. So that'll go in my clean copper bin. A little later. And repeat it with this. This is a little more stubborn. And of course they don't pull off easy because they were flanged. Where they have this little bump right there, kind of a flange. More clean copper. Good hefty piece there. Now, more clean aluminum. And now the screws for the motor are exposed in the back here. And we can take a hammer, being aluminum and all, take a hammer and just pop them. Or break them off, one or the other. Free and clear motor. Of course it broke the plastic, that's close enough. So, seeing as the plastic is broken, I'm just going to scrap the motor out anyway. So, we'll leave that for another day with the motors to scrap out. Let's just finish cleaning up the aluminum. Got a bit of this stuff. Got bits of plastic. We've got access now to the screws, so we can take those out, which we'll do later off camera. Take the bits of plastic out. And the thing with rivets, or the pop rivets, some have a steel center, and I found that some have aluminum centers. These appear to have aluminum centers. So it can go as clean aluminum once I strip this off. So we've got an aluminum housing, aluminum panel, and I'll pop these out with a hammer. And I'll have clean aluminum and a clean rad. So that's what we got. Clean aluminum, fair bit of it right there, and a copper aluminum rad. Some more clean aluminum. Once we clean that, it's not done yet, but motor, thermostat, and I assume a on-off switch, flow switch. So that's it. Happy scrapping, guys. We'll scrap these out later. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.